Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called 2012. I put this one on my Netflix queue in 2009 because there are a lot of stuff floating around about end of times back a few years ago, including this movie. Um, I like this movie. It took about 3 years to move its way up my Netflix queue. I finally got to watch it like a month before the end of the world, December 21st. And I couldn't give it 5 stars. I'll tell you why later, but let me start off with the things that I liked about it. I like the Woody Harrelson character. He's kind of a conspiracy nut type of fear porn dude who broadcasts on the radio from Yellowstone Park in his camper. He drinks Pabst Blue Ribbon and he eats nothing but pickles. That's all he has in his refrigerator. And he's got conspiracy maps in between Marilyn Monroe and some other section of his library. I don't remember exactly, but so I like that part. I liked I liked how Danny Glover, who plays Obama Yamama, also known as the usurper in chief, um, I like how he relies on religion to sacrifice himself. The whole religion self-sacrifice concept, which is stupid, something that Obama would do, and and I like how I like how Washington D.C. gets wiped out, including Obama, and therefore Obama is the last president of the United States, uh, which is fitting. Uh, they should have said last communist president of the United States. That would have been more accurate. But third thing I liked about this was in the beginning, at least, the John Cusack character was a sorry son of a bitch. He was a sorry ass son of a bitch. He was a lame ass writer. Um, Basically an anti-Ayn Rand type writer who preaches selflessness and self-sacrifice, just like Obama Yo Mama. And so he writes about these themes of selflessness in his book. I guess it's a fictional novel, um, almost like an anti-Ayn Rand novel. And the poetic justice is that he only sells less than 500 copies of this piece of poop book, and plus he's having family problems. I guess his wife doesn't like him because he doesn't make enough money, and she'd rather shack up with a liposuction plastic surgeon dude from Southern California. Um, but she tries to blame it on his obsessive laptop addiction. Uh, I don't know if I'm buying that, but in either case, he really can't connect with his kids. Uh, Kids are either texting on their cell phone that the camping trips at Yellowstone sucks, or they're getting bitten by mosquitoes. Um, so the first 30 minutes or so is like build up of all these different characters. It's almost like Franklin in that respect. I mean, you got characters from all over the planet in all different time settings, sort of building up the story, I guess. And then it's about 2 hours of nonstop action CGI, cool stuff. Which is the only reason to watch this movie, basically, is for the CGI and the cool stuff and the action. Yeah, my son actually enjoyed watching that part, the middle 2 hours or so. This movie drags on for 2.5 hours, by the way. So I don't know if you can sit through it all the way through, but you're going to be butthurt if you do. from all that sitting. Um, what else did I like about this? Oh, there's some cross commercialism marketing type stuff going on. It's almost like an 80s movie in that respect. Something like Mac and Me, Blade Runner, or E.T. You got the blatant advertising going on. I guess Sony owns Columbia Pictures, or owned it at one point, and so everybody with a laptop has a Sony Vaio laptop, and you can see it glow in the dark, the Vaio letters on the top of the laptop. And it's shown more than once, not just once, but more than once. Everybody's got a Sony Vaio. So that was pretty cool. What I hated about this movie was the ending. I even tried watching the alternate ending, which was even worse. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but let's just suffice to say that the other characters in the movie die, and the one character who deserved to die more than the others goes on much longer than he should have. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, so there's all kinds of tsunamis, volcanoes, earthquakes, cool stuff, CGI effects happening, and meanwhile, John Cusack somehow manages to end up in Southern California, Las Vegas. He goes to China. He's just basically hitching a ride along the way. Don't ask me how he gets there, because it's very improbable and tongue-in-cheek, which is kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of those 50s sci-fi movies with the giant insects or giant spiders. You know, the John Agar movies from the 50s, black and white movies. So it's kind of cool in that respect. But then they go on these arcs, and kind of like Noah's Ark, I guess. These Chinese-built arcs that are financed by billionaires all over the world. And they even have animals inside them. It's kind of like, what was that Roger Corman movie from the 60s? The Old Dark House. It kind of has that element in it. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff. The thing that surprised me was the Woody Harrelson character, the conspiracy nut, fear porn kingpin, camping out in Yellowstone, broadcasting pirate radio, I guess. I would expect to see somebody like that, not dressed up like a hippie, like Woody Harrelson. Excuse me. I would expect somebody to be in a really chubby and an undersized Ron Paul T-shirt, spitting and cursing, yelling, screaming like a lunatic, while living in the richest part of the country, Austin, Texas. That would be more realistic type conspiracy nut dude. If you don't know who I'm talking about, let's just say initials AJ. Yeah, so a little bit different character that I've never seen before. But other than that, I gave 4 stars. I was disappointed by the ending. I hated the ending, and otherwise a great movie. If it wasn't for the ending, I would have given it 5 stars. But yeah, I guess I guess it exceeded my expectations. It got bad reviews at the time. I think my friend at the time said it was a lot of running away from caving in, the ground caving in. It was a lot of that in the movie, which is cool. I mean, I enjoy seeing that kind of action, but to each his own, I guess. If you like action movies, you're gonna like this one. Otherwise, you'll probably hate it. But anyway, that's the end of my review. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Gobble gobble.